What's going on, Mare Night? So this video is really important. I really want you to I really want you guys to I really want to give you guys this information because this is information that want to help, that's gonna help you guys in a lot of ways, and I want to shed some light on it because I just want to be a little different, you know what I mean, with my content, and I don't want to give you guys what the masses give you. So let's begin. So you guys, I'm gonna try to be still during this whole thing, but I'm gonna give you guys a lot of information that you need. I want you guys to actually search this up for yourself and digest the information, So I'm gonna explain the law of equivalent exchange, right? So basically, I had to make sure my iPad stays on because I got my notes on there and I don't want to forget nothing to touch on, you know what I'm saying? So, all right. Basically, with the law of equivalent exchange, power has consistency, power has functions, and power has a price to pay. You know what I mean? And what I mean by that is, with the law of equivalent exchange, is that in order to gain great power, you have to give up something that's of the same greatness. You know what I mean? And you have to be willing to do this. You have to make yourself comfortable with doing this. And I'll explain why. Okay, basically with the law of equivalent exchange, it's like basically you get what you put into it, basically, because you can only get the equal amount. You know what I'm saying? Because basically, I'm gonna give you guys a question, right? Like, would you guys give up the life, the dream? Would you guys give up love that you desire for the bigger picture and the bigger dream that you desire? You know what I'm saying? Like, what would you give up for that dream? Would you give up not buying this hot shoe that's out right now? Would you give up this toxic situation you're in? And would you give up the bad habits you've gained over the time you've been on this earth for the bigger picture and the bigger goal that you have? Because in a lot of instances, people are blocked by the things that they do every day. And I say this because, like, I'll say this, right? And I'm talking to whoever this pertains to. I'm talking to anybody. What are we celebrating when we go to the club? Like, when we go to the club and party and spend all this money on drinks and bottles, and dudes, y'all throwing money on strippers, and females, y'all shaking ass and doing all this. What are we celebrating? Because when now you gotta leave this club and you going back to reality, and the reality is now you going back, you gotta pay bills, you gotta do this, and it's a lot of people out there that are partying and they have bigger responsibilities out there that they're not focused on. But they have to make it a thing to, oh, I gotta come through for this person and go to their party, and I gotta do this. But they want to do great things. And with the law of equivalent exchange, you're not gonna get those great things until you give up what you see as great right now. And that's those parties, buying this, buying that, doing this, living this image that can be upheld by you. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it comes to a point where we have to realize and tell the truth to ourselves about a lot of things. And some people aren't ready for that. Some people haven't grown to that. And it's human nature to evolve, change, and create. It's human nature to do that. We have to evolve each day. We have to create each day. We create children. We create brands. We create, well, other people create brands also. We create a lot of things. These lights I have here was created by somebody. This TV, this iPad right here was created. And that's human nature, to create. human nature is not to pay bills all our lives and go eat and maybe go on one vacation every other year. Like, that's not human nature. Human nature is to create and be free. You know what I'm saying? Like, we wasn't made here just to pay bills and die. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy that people don't see that. You know what I'm saying? But let me see. Let me make sure. And also, another thing. Another thing with the law of equivalent exchange is that sometimes the gift itself comes with a price. You know what I'm saying? And I'll explain that also. A lot of things come with a price, and a price that you have to pay in order to upkeep this new gift that you uphold, because you can't do the same things you were doing before you obtain this gift that you receive. You can't do the same thing. You can't hang around the same people. You can't be in the same place you were. Like, you can't deal with this person because energy is never destroyed. It's only transferred, and we give off energy. Like, when you feel, like, I'll explain, like, when you feel that tingle, like, in your body, like, and it's not cold outside, that's literally energy emitting. You know what I'm saying? That's energy. Like, when you feel that tingle in your body, that's energy. People don't really, like, realize it, and they're not gonna like say it, but it's energy. What could it be? If you're not cold, what could it be? You know what I'm saying? And people don't understand. Like, that. I ain't gonna lie. That, knowing that helped me cope with a lot when I realized that it's equivalent exchange within life, because you have to push away that friend that you grew up with. You gotta push away these people that only bought you just bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta push away all these things that didn't pour into you and only took away from you. You gotta get rid of those things, because the more you hold on, the more it's gonna hurt, and the more you will be left in the end wanting. You know what I mean? So I want you guys to look up the law of equivalent exchange and read into it more and digest it more, and get your own thought process on it, because this is just me. This is what I think of it, what I take from it. But some people say that it's not like a real thing, but I believe it's a real thing. You can tell. Like, you can tell. I'll give you this is the last thing I'm gonna talk about in this video, because I'm not gonna make this video too long. But do you guys realize, like, when you're dealing with, like, I don't want to say toxic because I hate that word, but when you dealing with people that's no good for you, and you feel like, dang, I just can't win for losing, and then this person you're communicating with, like, oh man, I feel bad for you, bro. That keep happening to you. It's not going right. That's not going right, and they don't like it, they don't do nothing, like, and it's like, and stuff just keep happening, and just feel like you can't win for losing, and it's a cycle. But as soon as you, like, I swear, as soon as you get away from this person, everything's gonna fall into place for you, because you really have to choose happiness. Happiness is a choice. I came to realize that. Coming from me, that's a lot, because it's a long time. I wasn't happy at one point, you know what I'm saying? And right now, I've been the happiest I've been because I chose happiness. I didn't choose nothing else. I chose happiness, because you have to choose happiness. You have to. Like, you could accept sadness if you want. You could accept happiness if you want. You could accept any emotion that you want. But in order to really gain peace in your life, you have to choose happiness. It's a choice. It's a choice to be happy. You could sulk all you want, but life is gonna keep pushing. with or without you. Being happy, you could. I feel like nothing comes from being like mopey and sad. Nothing comes from it. I've lived some time while I was mopey and sad. Like I was just like, oh fuck, I'm sad about this, and nothing comes from it. I promise you, nothing comes from it, and you just really like hindering your growth. Once you choose happiness and you see things for what they are, and you realize that, you know, life is about equivalent exchange, and also you just have to realize that happiness is up to you. Can't nobody control your happiness. Can't nobody take it away. Like once you realize that, it'll make life really better. But I'm not gonna go on in this video. I'm gonna go ahead and leave this video to you guys. Hey, you guys look this law up, the law of equivalent exchange, and I'm gonna holler at y'all. You know, Mare forever, Mare for life. I'm with y'all. Hey, DM me on Instagram if you have any questions on it, and I'm gonna holler at y'all, man.